Welcome to Truth Report, the show that digs deeper into the financial currents shaping our world, exposing the hidden costs and the powerful players pulling the strings. Tonight, we unravel a complex web of stories, from high-stakes corporate maneuvers to insidious fraud that drains billions from everyday citizens.
We'll expose the dark underbelly of emerging technologies, the alarming lack of corporate accountability, and how even geopolitical espionage finds fertile ground in the commercial platforms we use daily. It's a journey into the quiet corners where profit often overshadows principle.
We're talking about the weaponization of digital advertising, the complicity of businesses in widespread financial scams, and the true cost of global ambition. These aren't just isolated incidents, they're symptoms of a system where vigilance is eroding and exploitation is flourishing.
Our investigation begins with a look at how companies leverage extreme testing for market advantage, then we pivot to a shocking crash-for-cash scheme in Hong Kong that implicates medical professionals. We'll also examine the financial implications of going global for careers.
Later, we'll uncover Google's role in inadvertently facilitating intelligence operations and expose how retailers are profiting from a crypto ATM boom that's fueling a surge in scams. Prepare yourselves, because the truth, as always, is far more unsettling than the headlines suggest. Our first story takes us to the icy expanses of Baudette, Minnesota, where luxury EV maker Lucid Motors recently put its Air Sapphire, and the upcoming Gravity SUV through brutal winter testing. This isn't just about durability, it's a calculated move in a cutthroat market.
Indeed, Alex. According to Electrek's report, these tests are designed to showcase the vehicle's resilience in extreme cold, addressing a key concern for potential EV buyers: performance degradation in harsh climates. For Lucid, this is crucial for investor confidence and market positioning against rivals like Tesla and Mercedes.
But let's be clear, while impressive, this is more than just an engineering feat, it's a multi-million-dollar marketing and public relations exercise. Every successful cold weather test translates into a powerful narrative for Lucid, directly impacting their stock valuation and perceived competitive edge.
Absolutely. The Electrek article highlights the rigorous conditions, which undoubtedly build brand credibility. However, we must ask, who truly benefits from this kind of high-profile, expensive testing, beyond the immediate glow of positive press?
Ultimately, it's Lucid's shareholders and prospective high-net-worth buyers who gain the most. A demonstration of superior cold weather performance can justify premium pricing and attract a segment of the market hesitant about EV reliability in all conditions, potentially driving up demand and, critically, share price.
Conversely, the losers in this scenario are often the consumers in milder climates who might be paying a premium for engineering designed for extreme conditions they'll never encounter. It also puts pressure on competitors to invest similarly, potentially escalating R&D costs across the industry without direct consumer benefit in all regions.
This also shines a light on the broader power structures in the automotive industry. Luxury EV manufacturers are not just selling cars, they're selling an image of innovation and reliability, backed by extensive testing. The finance behind these marketing spectacles is enormous, shaping consumer perception and market dominance.
It raises questions about the allocation of capital. Is this extensive, public testing truly for the advancement of EV technology for all, or primarily for the financial advantage of specific luxury brands? The line between genuine innovation and strategic market manipulation can often become blurred in these high-stakes environments.
And the reporting itself, from specialized outlets like Electrek, becomes a vital conduit for these corporate narratives. While providing valuable technical insights, it simultaneously amplifies the marketing message, influencing investment decisions and shaping public opinion about the future leaders in the electric vehicle space.
It's a sophisticated dance between engineering prowess, market strategy, and media amplification, all orchestrated to secure a larger slice of the multi-trillion-dollar global automotive pie. The real test here isn't just for the cars, but for Lucid's financial future.
Moving from corporate strategy to outright criminality, police in Hong Kong have arrested 4 individuals, including 2 doctors and a married couple, for allegedly masterminding over 20 crash-for-cash scams. This is a shocking breach of trust and a significant financial drain.
According to the South China Morning Post, police are investigating more than 100 suspicious cases, suggesting this isn't an isolated incident but a widespread fraud epidemic. The involvement of medical professionals, doctors aged 56 and 69, and a nurse, is particularly alarming, as it lends a veneer of legitimacy to fabricated injuries.
This isn't just about individual scams, it's an organized criminal enterprise exploiting the insurance system. The taxi driver, aged 37, allegedly orchestrating the crashes, while the medical staff provided false documentation for injuries, inflating claims and siphoning money from insurance companies.
The financial impact is immense. These fraudulent claims drive up premiums for every honest policyholder in Hong Kong. Insurance companies are forced to absorb these costs, which are then inevitably passed on to consumers. It's a hidden tax on the diligent.
Who benefits, Maya? Clearly, the fraudsters directly profit from the payouts. But the system itself, with its vulnerabilities, indirectly allows this to persist. The financial institutions are left grappling with the consequences, trying to recoup losses while the public suffers escalating costs.
And who loses? The honest citizens whose premiums rise, the insurance companies facing fraudulent claims, and the integrity of the healthcare system. The public's trust in medical professionals is eroded when they are implicated in such schemes, making it harder for legitimate patients to be believed.
Superintendent Charles Feng Puike's comments highlight the challenge. Over 100 suspicious cases under investigation means this scheme was sophisticated and pervasive. It reveals systemic weaknesses in how insurance claims are verified and how medical reporting is overseen.
This points to a broader failing in regulatory oversight. How could two doctors repeatedly sign off on fraudulent injury reports without triggering red flags? It suggests either a lack of scrutiny by medical boards or a deliberate turning of a blind eye within certain professional circles for financial gain.
The financial system relies on trust, especially in insurance. When that trust is systematically undermined by fraud involving professionals from multiple sectors, transport, medical, and potentially legal, it threatens the very foundation of how these services operate and are priced.
This isn't merely a law enforcement issue, it's a financial regulation and professional ethics crisis. The financial burden shifts from the fraudsters to the public, underscoring the critical need for robust verification processes and severe penalties to protect the financial stability of the insurance sector and the public's purse.
Our next story pivots to a seemingly innocuous piece of career advice from IEEE Spectrum: go global to make your career go further. On the surface, it sounds like an empowering message for professionals, but dig deeper, and you find significant financial implications for individuals, corporations, and global labor markets.
Indeed, Alex. This article, part of a career advice series in partnership with IEEE TEMS, promotes the idea that international assignments and global projects are pathways to career advancement. For highly skilled professionals, this can mean higher salaries, more diverse experiences, and faster progression.
But let's analyze the financial benefit from the corporate perspective. Companies encourage global projects not just for employee development, but often to optimize labor costs, access specialized talent pools that may be cheaper abroad, or to expand their market reach into new territories. It's a strategic financial decision.
So, while an individual goes global for personal advancement, the corporation is often using global mobility as a tool for financial efficiency and market penetration. It's a win-win on paper, but the balance of power and benefit can be highly uneven.
Consider who truly benefits. Elite professionals in high-demand fields, particularly in technology and engineering, stand to gain substantially. They leverage their skills globally for better compensation and opportunities, often contributing to a brain drain from their home countries if those economies can't compete.
Conversely, those who lose are often local workers in host countries who face increased competition from internationally mobile talent, or professionals in developing nations who lack the resources or opportunities to go global and are left behind in the global talent race. It widens the wage gap.
This isn't just about individual career choices, it's about the financialization of human capital on a global scale. Companies view skilled labor as a resource to be deployed strategically, much like any other financial asset, to maximize returns for shareholders.
The advice to go global implicitly endorses a system where borders become increasingly fluid for capital and skilled labor, but often remain rigid for less skilled workers. This creates a two-tiered global labor market, deepening economic inequalities between and within nations.
The power structure here is clear: multinational corporations and their financial interests drive the globalization of talent. Publications like IEEE Spectrum, while offering valuable advice, inadvertently normalize and promote a system that prioritizes corporate agility and profit over equitable global labor development.
It's a stark reminder that even seemingly neutral career advice has profound financial underpinnings and can exacerbate existing economic disparities, shaping the global landscape of work and wealth in ways that primarily benefit those at the top of the economic pyramid.
And now, for a story that truly blurs the lines between commercial platforms, geopolitical intrigue, and corporate responsibility. Following a report from the Grayzone, Google has confirmed it suspended the ad account of Desi Banks Productions LLC, an Atlanta influencer, for violations of advertising policies.
The reason? These accounts were reportedly used to purchase ads recruiting Iranians for Mossad, Israel's national intelligence agency. This is an astounding revelation. A major tech platform like Google, which profits immensely from ad placements, unwittingly facilitating covert state-sponsored operations.
The Grayzone's Max Blumenthal exposed this, leading to Google's belated action. Desi Banks, the influencer, claims ignorance, stating he has kids and was unaware of how his LLC was being used. Regardless of his awareness, the implications for Google are severe.
This highlights a terrifying blind spot in Google's ad screening processes. How could highly sensitive, politically charged recruitment ads for an intelligence agency pass through their automated and human review systems? Google profits from these ads until they are exposed, indicating a systemic failure in oversight.
Who benefits here? Initially, Mossad, which was able to use a widely trusted commercial platform to reach targets. Google benefited from the ad revenue, albeit unknowingly, and the influencer's LLC from the payment for services rendered.
The clear losers are public trust, the national security of target countries like Iran, and Google's reputation as a responsible platform. This isn't just an ad policy violation, it's a demonstration of how commercial digital infrastructure can be weaponized for geopolitical ends with insufficient scrutiny.
This reveals a profound power imbalance. Google, a private corporation, holds immense power over global information flow and advertising. Its algorithms and policies, or lack thereof, can inadvertently enable intelligence agencies or hostile actors to conduct operations with little resistance.
The financial flows supporting these covert operations are deeply embedded in the commercial digital ecosystem. Intelligence agencies are leveraging the same platforms businesses use to sell products, transforming everyday tools into instruments of statecraft.
Google's response, suspending the account and deleting the ads from its transparency portal, is reactive, not proactive. This incident exposes a gaping hole in their corporate responsibility, where ad revenue appears to be prioritized over rigorous vetting of content, especially when it concerns national security implications.
This isn't just about violations of advertising policies, it's about a global tech giant failing to understand the profound societal and geopolitical impact of the content it monetizes. The financial incentives driving Google's ad business seem to have outpaced its ethical and security responsibilities.
Our final story brings us back to financial fraud, but this time at the intersection of emerging technology and everyday commerce. The International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, ICIJ, reports that retailers are continuing to cash in on crypto ATMs even as scams surge.
This is a damning indictment, Alex. The ICIJ investigation reveals that partnerships with convenience stores and gas stations have fueled the rapid growth of crypto ATM networks, effectively creating a fertile hunting ground for fraudsters. These machines are often lightly regulated, if at all.
The modus operandi is clear: scammers direct vulnerable victims to these crypto ATMs to deposit cash, which is then converted into untraceable cryptocurrency and transferred to the scammers' wallets. Retailers, for their part, receive a cut of every transaction, profiting directly from this exploitation.
This isn't just passive facilitation, it's complicity. Many retailers are reportedly aware of the rampant scams occurring at their premises but choose to continue hosting these machines due to the lucrative fees. It's a blatant prioritization of profit over ethical responsibility and public safety.
Who benefits? The crypto ATM operators, who expand their network and transaction volume. The retailers, who gain a steady stream of passive income. And, of course, the scammers, who leverage this unregulated financial infrastructure to defraud unsuspecting individuals, often preying on the elderly or technologically unsavvy.
The losers are countless victims, who lose their savings to these scams. Law enforcement struggles to trace these illicit crypto transactions, making recovery nearly impossible. And the broader financial system suffers from the erosion of trust and the unchecked proliferation of money laundering avenues.
This exposes a critical failure in regulatory oversight. Cryptocurrency transactions, especially via ATMs, often bypass the Know Your Customer (KYC) and anti-money laundering (AML) checks that are standard in traditional financial institutions. This makes them perfect for criminal enterprises.
The power dynamics here are stark. Crypto ATM companies and complicit retailers are prioritizing financial gain over societal welfare. They exploit regulatory loopholes and the lack of public awareness about crypto risks, effectively normalizing a vector for financial crime in everyday locations.
The financial incentive is overriding ethical obligations. Retailers, corner stores, and gas stations are becoming unwitting, or perhaps knowing, participants in a vast network of financial crime, simply because there's money to be made from transaction fees, regardless of the human cost.
This ICIJ report is a call to action for stronger regulation of crypto ATMs and for retailers to exercise corporate social responsibility. Without it, these machines will continue to be a magnet for fraudsters, turning our local shops into hubs for financial exploitation.
Maya, looking across these 5 stories, a chilling pattern emerges. From high-tech marketing to organized fraud, and from geopolitical espionage to cryptocurrency scams, we see a pervasive theme: financial gain often trumps ethical responsibility, and the systems designed for our benefit are being weaponized against us.
Exactly, Alex. Whether it's Lucid leveraging an Electrek report for market perception or retailers profiting from crypto ATM scams, the underlying drive is profit. And too often, that pursuit of profit leads to a convenient blindness towards the consequences for individuals or the integrity of our financial systems.
The crash for cash scam in Hong Kong, with doctors involved, is a stark reminder of how professional ethics can be corrupted for financial reward, shifting massive costs onto the public. It's a direct assault on the collective financial health of society.
And the Go Global career advice, while seemingly empowering, reveals how human capital itself is financialized. Corporations push for global talent mobility not just for development, but often to optimize costs and expand influence, sometimes at the expense of equitable labor practices or local markets.
The Google and Desi Bank story is perhaps the most alarming, a commercial platform, built on ad revenue, inadvertently facilitating state-sponsored espionage. It highlights the immense power these tech giants wield and their profound lack of accountability in monitoring what they monetize.
In every case, we see a failure of oversight, whether it's Google's ad policies, inadequate regulation of crypto ATMs, or weak checks in the insurance and medical sectors. The digital frontier, in particular, has become a wild west for financial exploitation and manipulation.
The common thread, Maya, is the shifting of risk and cost. The costs of fraud, whether it's staged accidents or crypto scams, are ultimately borne by the public. The risks of unchecked platform power are borne by democracy and individual privacy. The benefits, however, accrue to a select few.
It's a call to vigilance, not just for individuals to protect themselves, but for regulators, corporations, and governments to step up. Without robust accountability, transparency, and ethical frameworks, the financial system will continue to be exploited, with profound consequences for all of us.
These stories are more than just headlines, they are urgent warnings. They demonstrate how financial systems, when left unchecked, become fertile ground for exploitation, eroding trust and wealth. We need to demand greater transparency and accountability from the corporations and institutions that shape our financial lives.
We must question the narratives presented to us, understand the true beneficiaries, and push for stronger regulations that prioritize public protection over private profit. Your vigilance, your questions, and your demands for truth are our strongest defenses against these pervasive financial abuses.
Join us next time on Truth Report as we continue to uncover the hidden financial forces at play. For Alex Truth and Maya Clarity, thank you for watching.